Antonio. Hello, my name is Antonio. My page is Unapologetically Black ADOS. Exit to like and subscribe to my page. What I need black people to understand is that Donald Trump argument for presidential immunity for acts that he committed in office while white people continue to support him is them working one step closer to legitimizing our future genocide in America, us as black people. You have to look at the difference from how Donald Trump reacted to the Black Lives Matter protesters versus how his reaction towards the January 6 rioters. And you will see who he will implement that strong arm or the law on.
Could President...
So can I explore sort of the implications of what you're arguing? I understand your position to be that a president is immune from criminal prosecution for any official act that he takes as president, even if that action is taken for an unlawful or unconstitutional purpose. Is that correct?
We're going to begin at the White House, where President Trump spoke out for the first time from the Rose Garden, vowing to send U.S. troops into the streets of American cities if local authorities don't control the protests. Those remarks came just moments after the administration asked police to clear peaceful protesters from the park across the White House so the president could stage a photo op.
Cecilia. Important exception, which is that if the president is impeached and convicted by the United States Senate in a, proceeding that reflects, widespread political consensus, that would authorize the prosecution under the plain language of the impeachment judgment clause. Okay. So yes, with that exception.
So
I want to know, do black people understand the implications of Trump arguing for immunity for any acts he committed while in office? Do we understand how that applies to black people? And what his lawyer has just said, as long as political consensus accept the treatment of or the acts that the president has done towards any individual, then it should not be considered illegal. So we have to look at Donald Trump and Donald Trump supporters and how did they feel about black people in the Black Lives Matter protests.
Could a president order SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political rival? That's an official act in order to SEAL Team 6?
He would have to be and would speedily be, impeached and convicted before the criminal prosecution.
What if he weren't? There would be no criminal prosecution, no criminal liability for that?
According to Wikipedia, the jury of 6 blacks and 6 whites decided that King had been the victim of a conspiracy involving the Memphis police and federal agencies, finding Jowers and unknown co-defendants civilly liable and awarding the family $100.
Chief Justice's opinion in Marbury against Madison and our constitutional tradition and the plain language of the impeachment judgment clause all clearly presuppose that what the founders were concerned about was not.
I asked you a yes or no question. Could a president who ordered SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political rival who was not impeached, would he be subject to criminal prosecution?
If he were impeached and convicted first. And
so your answer is no.
My answer is qualified yes. There's a political process that would have to occur under the structure of our Constitution, which would require impeachment and conviction by the Senate. In these exceptional cases,
we must understand that Trump immunity argument was the argument to making of a king, was to transferring America away from a democracy into a totalitarian government, similar to that of Putin. He is suggesting that the senators will have the ability to impeach Trump if Trump murdered one of his political opponents. How would they deal with the issue if Trump continued to murder senators who opposed him or decided or was going to impeach him? This would be making a king.
So
12:05 p.m. Donald Trump.
Because if Mike Pence does the right thing, we win the election. All Vice President Pence has to do is send it back to the states to recertify. And we become president, and you are the happiest people. Pence is going to have to come through for us. And if he doesn't, that will be a sad day for our country. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
Crowd chants, hang Mike Pence. There's a hangman's noose outside.
So for me to see any black supporting Donald Trump, it is maddening to me when these white people have continually showed their hand. He has shown you that he would unleash the full powers of the United States government on black people for protesting police brutality, and we have seen that white America has no issue with the continuously police brutality and over policing of the black community and the continuously murdering of unarmed black people. So that has already been proven through public through public consensus that this is acceptable practices. So you should be very clear that Trump will unrelinquish the complete authority of the government and complete power of the government upon the black community in order to please his base supporters. He is right now he's done a song with the January 6th people locked up, and he's also talked about giving these people who ran into the White House pardons.
Pardon the January 6 rioters who were convicted of federal offenses.
I am inclined to pardon many of them. I can't say for every single one, because a couple of them probably they got out of control. But, you know, when you look at Antifa, what they've done to Portland, and if you look at Antifa, look at what they've done to Minneapolis and so many other places. Look at what they did to Seattle and BLM. Many people were killed. These people, I'm not trying to justify anything, but you have two standards of justice in this country, and what they've done, and I love that question, because what they've done to so many people is nothing. And then what they've done to these people, they've persecuted these people. And yeah, my answer is I am most likely, if I get in, I will most likely, I would say it will be a large portion of them, you know.
Will you pardon the January?
Trump intends to unleash mob rule on black America as soon as he's back into the White House. So for any black man or any black woman to support Donald Trump, if you hear any black person that support Donald Trump, know that that black person don't know what they're talking about, or they have a hatred towards their own people.
We need an area for the House members. They're all walking over now through the tunnels.
2:28 p.m., Leader McCarthy's office. Mob moves through.
We're trying to hold the upper deck. We are trying to hold the upper deck now. We need to hold the doors of the Capitol. I need police support.
Police are being attacked outside. Inside, crowd chants, Nancy, Nancy.
And Jack Cruiser 50, be advised that Capitol Police is going to start moving their resources inside. They're going to start the M4 officers first.
Oath keepers approach central east door of Capitol building. It's 2:38 p.m. Oath keepers enter building.
H208 with 4 members. The door's barricaded. There's people flooded the hallways outside. We have no way out.
In fact, officers still remaining on the house floor, on the third floor, to use the subway themselves. It's time to evacuate so we can secure the members on the other side. Copy.
It's up to us people now, the American people.
What are you ready to do?
One more time.
What are you ready to do?
And whatever it takes, I'll lay my life down if it takes.
Absolutely. That's why we showed up today.
unbelievable. And I mentioned the word love, the love in the air. I've never seen anything like it.
That was a video of the January 6th insurrection aired during Thursday's House Select Committee, the first of a series of public hearings. The next is Monday morning.